Now, for a geek like me, this was fundamentally said because of the influence. It's a bit like a sci-fi Christmas present.
Yeah.
Are you a total nut for anything? Is there anything that gives you an absolute nerdgasm?
Gosh, you know, I mean, just those classic movies. I love to go back and watch them again. You know, you find something new every time, particularly after you've made a movie. When you go back, you really appreciate the care and effort and just the vision that, you know, those directors had. You know, you think about 2001 was made before we had ever been on the moon. It's pretty astonishing.
Now, Tom Cruise to me is a bit like Hollywood wine. I mean, he just appears to get better and better with age.
Yeah.
Is it weird as a director for someone, because we're about the same age, that you would have grown up with watching his movies, and now you're directing him in a movie
Yeah.
at a peak of his career? He's at
Yeah.
his best right now. Do you ever stop and go, this is bizarre?
Almost every day on set, there would be that moment where you just kind of step out of yourself and be like, you know, I can't believe this is happening. I mean, particularly the days where he worked with Morgan Freeman. To have the two of them together for the first time in my film was a real thrill.
Staying with Tom for a second, he's a guy who likes to do a lot of his own stunts. He's
Yeah.
very involved in it. There are a couple of scenes in there which actually made me wince because I thought you were going to break Tom.
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind that he is probably one of the biggest stars
Right.
in Hollywood ever, were you worried at all about actually breaking him?
We did. We pushed him pretty hard, but you know, he pushes himself harder. So he was up for anything. We were always in every sequence trying to push ourselves, and you know, he always wants to do something he's never done before. But there were a few moments, a few you know, tumbles he took where it was like, oh God, you know, is he going to get up? And he always did. He's you know, it's amazing. He seems to be unbreakable.
He's very collaborative. Did he ever come over to you and sort of talk over your shoulder and say, actually, it'd be great if we did this, or have you thought about that? And
Absolutely, all the time. I mean, Tom's made, I think, over 40 movies now. So I was always, you know, I always wanted to hear his input. I mean, he's made a lot of great movies, and he's worked with so many directors I admire. So it was great for me to kind of, in some way, learn secondhand from them.